Hey, Apple Biters and Apple Teenies, this is Les, aka Sista Slayer, here for the Bitten Apple TV in conjunction with It Came From the Radio. And we have such a busy weekend this week. I mean, right now we're up before everybody, and guess where we are? The New Jersey Comic Expo. Oh my gosh, we have so much to show you. I can't even begin to tell you. We've got some really exclusive interviews with some really amazing people, some independent artists, some that you already know, and we can't wait to show it all to you. So before we go into the door today, I just want to let you know, be prepared. I can't wait. Take care. We'll see you inside. Hey, Apple Biters and Apple Teenies, this is Les, aka Sista Slayer, here at the New Jersey Comic Expo in conjunction with It Came From the Radio. And I am here with Mr. Mariano Nicieza. He is one of the co-creators, I guess, of Stan Lee's God Woke. Can you tell me just a little bit about this project? This is so interesting. It looks great.
It was a lot of fun. It started life as a poem that Stan wrote back in 1971. Now, I read this poem just a few years ago, but I didn't know he had written it in 1971, and it resonated. It was really deep and meaningful. My brother Fabian is a writer in the comics industry. I've done some writing in the comics industry. We've worked with Stan, so I passed it along to Fabian, and I said, what do you think? Is it something we could work on? He read it, he loved it. We called Stan, and the rest is history. We decided to turn it into a graphic novel. The way we did that was treating the poem as a finished script. And then Fabian retro-engineered it into a plot, and that gave me something to draw and work from. So I illustrated it, Fabian did the plot, Stan Lee did the script.
That's interesting. Now, who is your primary character in God Woke? Can you give us a little bit of idea about that primary character?
In God Woke, the Lord looks down upon his creation, and it is a no-holds-barred, very truthful, insightful look at humanity. It's the good, it's the bad, it's the indifferent, it's all of it mixed together, and it's very, very thoughtful and extremely well done. Stan Lee is a brilliant, brilliant writer.
I like the idea of that. It actually does a very, that kind of resonated in me, to think that God is looking down on us. And I think what we do as individuals is that we see God as this big iconic person in the sky, but in his humanness and everything that we are is, you know, we were created in his image. To see an idea where he looks down and really looks at what we've become, that's very compelling. That's very compelling.
Insightful, deeply insightful.
So this is going to be a very interesting comic, and I think it's going to be very cathartic for a lot of people to read this too. I mean, it makes you think about yourself. What was it like working with Stan? You know, I mean, it's just he never stops going. He's like the Energizer Bunny.
It's true. It's true. The man is a boundless fountain of energy. He is truly amazing. I worked with Stan, I worked with his staff, everyone was fantastic. POW Entertainment, Stan Lee's POW Entertainment, truly a great group of folks.
Yeah.
And the proof is in the pudding. These books won a national award. We won the Independent Publishers National Award Gold Medal for the work we did on this project. So the work speaks for itself. It's truly, we feel blessed. We really do.
You are. We love you, Stan. Do you have any other projects that you guys are thinking about? Any other collaborations that you have in mind, or is this going to just be a continuation?
We're in discussions right now to do a sequel on God Woke. I can't talk about it any more than that, but there is going to be something more. Yes. Yeah.
So when is this coming out? Because we definitely want to get back to you and round around with you just to see it. When do you think this is going to come out?
Asking the tough questions. The tough question. I believe we're looking at spring or summer of 2019. That's when this would be ready to go.
Oh, God, I can't wait for it. Now, do you guys do any other independent stuff? I know that you are working with Apex Comic. Is that right? So tell me just with a little bit your collaborations there, what you guys are doing.
I am the publisher of Apex Comics Group. Apex Comics Group is primarily a digital imprint, it's creator-owned. So it's a lot of creator-owned properties that we're helping people to bring to the forefront, to get out into the world. The one I'm working on is Phaser. I don't know if it's on the TV screen right now. I think it should be on the TV screen in a few seconds.
Catch that. We're going to catch it, but I have to ask you this. This is when anybody that has siblings. What's it like working with your brother? Do you guys argue? Do you disagree?
Never. So it's a love fest. Now, brothers are usually opposites, and Fabian and I are opposites, but he's a successful writer, and he's a great guy, and I've been doing okay, so we find a way to mesh our personalities and make things work.
And how do you guys solve your dilemmas? I mean, do you guys duke it out like most brothers do, play jokes on each other and stuff like that?
Well, maybe when we were like 6 and 9, but now as adults, no, we sit down and talk it out, and then he wins, and that's it. It's the end of it. Fabian wins.
You want to actually with this collaboration. I mean, I'm very excited about it. Tell me a little bit about Phaser.
Phaser is a time traveler, an accidental time traveler. He's working with, it's part X-Files, it's part Indiana Jones, and it's part Star Wars. So it's mashing all these things together. Aliens are real, the government knows it, they've been studying all this equipment, and they've now created a device, Alpha Zachion reactor, that will empower humanity, that will create a brand new energy source for humanity. And as in all good science fiction, it goes horribly awry. And Mark Moreno, Phaser, the head scientist on the project, he feels it's his duty to be the one to turn the switch on and take the risk, and it boomerangs back on him. It bombards his body, he changes, and that sets things in motion. He can no longer remain in one time frame. He's constantly shifting through time. And to make matters worse, when he lands in different time periods, he manifests a different superpower. So the energy affects him differently wherever he goes.
Now, does he fool around with time? Does he do things? Does he change anything? And if he does it cause a reactionary, catalytic mess? That's all I can say.
I, in my personal viewpoint, time is immutable. So when he travels back in time, he automatically becomes part of history.
Oh, wow.
So whatever we've experienced, because we're living right now in the 2000s, whatever he experienced, whatever has happened in the past, because of him or without him, has become our history.
Wow. I can't wait to read this. I got to get this comic. This sounds so amazing, and it has so many plots, I mean, so many storylines. It's a great concept.
A lot of twists.
So now where can we find you guys? I know Facebook, Twitter. Where can we get God Woke? Tell us a little bit of where we can reach you, where the fans can reach you.
Back to God Woke, the hardcover printed volumes are available only at conventions. It's exclusive to the various conventions that we attend. And those are autographed copies. There's autographs by everyone on the team, including
Wow.
Stan Lee.
How much is the value of this priceless book?
They have various price points with autographs, and some of the autographs are in gold. So the price points go from $250 to $500, depending on whether it's gold or not, and depending on whether it's got 5 signatures or 7 signatures. There's like multiple creative talent that signed this, including Stan Lee. Stan has signed all of them.
It's worth you saving your change for this. It definitely is. I mean, how can you say this is a one-of-a-kind type of creative force right here? This is amazing. All right, so let me where can we reach you? Tell me a little bit more about that.
So the books are available on Facebook, but the books that are available on Facebook are what we call the classic version, which is an art imprinted cover. The ones that are available Factory Entertainment and Rackfest and ApexComicsGroup.com have one-of-a-kind hand-painted cover inserts. And there are only 500 of each. So it's a very, very limited print run. It's for collectors. I'm gearing it really for collectors.
And where are we going to see you guys next?
We're firming up our 2018 calendar. We're going to be up and down the East Coast, San Diego Comic-Con, a lot of places. I'm planning to hit 10 to 12 conventions next year.
Wow, I can't wait to see you guys then. I want to know how that 500 dwindles down by that time. I think I'm just going to come up with something more. But thank you so much for talking to us. I'm very excited about this. I'm excited about your work. Hi, Stan. We love you. And Apple Biters out there, go get this. It's worth it. Christmas gift, amazing Christmas gift. I mean, one of a kind. We'll see you soon.